Hello and welcome back to Dicebreaker Live, where I'm joined by two familiar faces or unfamiliar. Ooh, who could they be? We've got two new hires in the building. As you can tell, Matt has already been on the channel because he's had his own Meet the Team video, very prestigious. Matt Jarvis is our new editor-in-chief.
Hello.
Say hello. And then we've also got Alex Meehan,
Alex
who
Meehan.
is also one of the staff writers who's joined us just now.
I am the staff writer.
At the moment, you
At
are
the
the
moment, yeah.
staff
At the
writer.
moment, yeah.
And I'm Wheels, and I'm also here for some reason. So we're going to be playing a little game that I reviewed last week.
Don't look at me, I wasn't here.
When did I put that video up? Anyway, it's really good. It's called Icarus. It's an RPG by Spencer Stark, who is also very nice because I chatted to him on Twitter briefly. And we're going to be playing through one of the scenarios. I'm going to let you guys pick which one you want to do. So there's a few different setting suggestions. There's one that's like the first city of man, so like a historical one. There's like a magical one.
Ooh.
There's the opulent tides, which is like an
I like the opulent ties just for the name,
Yeah,
really.
it's like-
That's
It's like an Atlantis style that exists between two continents. It's like a trade hub. You've got like a Wild West one. Might be quite fun.
Is there a spooky one?
There could be. There's the Divine Jungle, which is some kind of like magical jungle.
These all sound like really terrible, like aftershaves or something, don't they? I'm wearing opulent tides.
There's First City on Mars, although I have played that one, and Rising Singularity is the one I did in the review. And then there's the Final Frontier, which is the discovery of abundance of life outside of our own solar system.
My goodness.
Ooh, space travel. Welcome by Alien Life. So what do you want to do?
I mean, you liked the opulent.
I just like the name of opulent tides, really.
Yeah.
Shall I read the flavor text and see if it sparks
Yeah,
any
let's-
Yeah.
interest? The island of Icarus lies strategically between two major continents, making their civilization the midpoint for traders and travelers from these lands. Though it began as a small village for merchants to take refuge in during their voyage across the sea, the city soon grew into a place of luxury and extravagance,
Ooh.
a central hub of trade and commerce for everyone in the region.
Yeah, I'm into
Yeah.
that. I like the idea of us playing as debauched.
Imagery includes weathered docks above the crashing waves, crabs burrowing in sand, palm trees jutting out from thick tropic foliage, houses built on stilts, birds squawking above an early morning fog.
It was great until the birds.
Yeah.
But the rest of it sounds great.
Yeah.
To be honest, I assumed that this was the picture.
That's
was linked.
definitely not that.
It's actually coming across more as like a pirate-y style, like colonial sort of trading town, which might be quite cool.
That's
actually,
even better than this.
yeah, because so we've got resources and technologies include shells, seaweed, infinite sand,
Oh my
Infinite
goodness.
sand,
This
that
is
is a-
great.
controllable tides, underwater farms, sea creatures, canal transportation, harnessing storms, volcanic activity, massive ships, gunpowder. Yeah, it's like some kind of should we do
Yeah.
it? Pirate
Let's do it.
town?
Yeah.
Pirate town.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to be in a pirate town.
Definitely.
We've actually got our first super chat from John Sharplin. Thank you very much for that. Hello, Dicebreaker. Wish I could stay, but uni calls. The channel is amazing. Keep it up. Thank you very much, John. And good luck with your studies. And also good luck with university because
Yeah.
I thought it was rubbish. So let's crack on, shall
Wow.
we? So, the way this game works, and you guys have never played this, so I'm actually
Nope.
going to be
No, this is
introducing
gonna
it
be-
to them at the same time. By the way, hello everyone in chat. We didn't actually
Yeah.
sort of read out any questions or anything. But what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be building a civilization together as we sort of draw cards and sort of understand what our civilization is all about. And then over time, this deck of cards is called the story deck, and it contains sort of bad things that are going to happen. They'll get worse and worse as we get through the deck. So you can see they get sort of like progressively
Everything's
more,
bad.
more people
More
until we
people are
reach
falling.
this black card at the bottom called the bitter end, which basically is like an alternative way of speeding the game up at the end if you manage to be very good at the secondary part of this, which is every time we fail at something or every time a round ends, we're going to be adding a dice to a tower in the center of the table, and this is a monument that our city is famed for, and if the tower falls, the game ends and the civilization is destroyed, or city. So, in this case, city. So, the first thing we need to do is we need to find out what our city is so famous for. apart from being
Shells.
Infinite sand.
infinite in sand.
Infinite
Yeah,
sand.
there we go.
That sounds like kind of a curse, right? Just like every time you go to drink, just sand.
I hate sand.
It's like
It
Anakin.
gets everywhere and it's infinitely
If you thought
reproducible.
It's like
sand in your
Anakin's
sandwiches
almost
was
like
bad.
God almighty. All right, so we're thinking for our religion,
Ooh.
safety, communication, and education. So the way this works is we're all going to be picking one thing that we're sort of the most intrigued about from these 4 pillars. So these are the pillars of our society. That's what these cards are. One of them is going to be set aside and it's going to be used for the monument. So it's going to be like, if we had like a safety monument, it could be like a massive watchtower that we're building or something like that. And then one of the 4 or one of the 3 that we pick is going to be a weakness. So 2 will be strengths of our society, 1 will be a weakness. So for example, if we're a pirate town, we might not be very smart, so we might not have a good education system, or it might be increasingly unsafe because loads of pirates are turning up. Yeah, exactly.
Cutlasses flying everywhere.
Exactly, right?
I like the idea of like a really safe pirate. Like all the cutlasses are like, they've got the foam wrapped around them, they put all those corner things on
To
the
be
sharp
fair,
ends.
like when you think of safety, it could just, because the question is, the people of Icarus feel safer within the city than
Oh yeah,
anywhere
maybe
else.
they're just lovely pirates.
Yeah, so maybe it's just like a place where everyone has like an
Yeah.
oath that it's like a neutral ground or something like that, right? And you can see that we're already having our idea holes.
Ideas, yeah.
spawning some
Idea
ideas.
forts.
Are you alright, Dean? No? What's going on?
Oh no.
What's the matter?
Your overlay's wrong.
My overlay's wrong. Oh, we didn't change it! Oh no!
Oh my goodness.
Classic.
Wheels. Oh no, we have to
Terrors of live streaming,
ban.
this is it. They've left the newbies in charge. Ah,
Wheels is a very cruel man, watchers.
this is it.
He's pretending there are technical issues, but actually this is his way of testing us.
They've actually just completely vanished from behind the screen. We're just alone
he's
in this
not
room.
even there. He's not even trying to sort anything out. He's literally just walked off, presumably to get a tea, maybe
I don't know.
maybe
I
a
don't-
delicious
Does he
ginger
drink
beer.
tea? He probably drinks tea.
I didn't.
Look at him.
I haven't actually seen him drink anything.
No. He's a human cactus. He drinks once every 6 months. And just retains.
He doesn't need a plant on his desk because he is one.
Oh, this is... By the time they fix the stream, there's going to be no one left watching, is there?
No.
None of this.
I'm back.
We've used
all
all our
good.
comedy material.
Everything's
Thank
fine.
God, Wills.
God, Wheels.
How funny was your comedy material?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
We gutted you missed it. It's all right. You can catch the live stream later on our YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, the VOD will be available if anyone else missed it as well.
We'll edit all the jokes
okay.
in.
So we've got another super chat that says, take this money to the nearest store selling fake beards and get Alex and Matt some. It will help them
I'm trying. Look at this. This is the best it
He
gets.
is.
Alex isn't trying. You're not a single bit of effort.
I'm
from you.
really sorry, watchers.
Thank you very much to Benjamin, though, for that comment and that super chat. Right. Should we get back into it?
Yeah.
My God. Okay, so, I mean, we've already started late because, like, the PCs moved in the office, so we had to
Yeah.
change to a different studio. Oh,
Shenanigans.
it's been an absolute nightmare. Okay, so basically, out of these 4 cards, what's everyone most passionate about? What's the thing that they think they
I
can get
love
an interesting idea out of?
safety.
All right,
Yeah,
Matt.
safety is
Thank you.
definitely important.
Nice.
I'm gonna go with religion
Interesting. Okay.
because I studied RS, so I know I know about it. And also, I've got this idea in my head about some sort of underwater fish related.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. I mean, that's going to downfall anything, let alone civilization. All right, I'll go for communication then. Maybe we've got some kind of magical communication device.
Shells.
Fish.
Light signals. Ooh. Anyway, all right, cool. So basically, what we want to do now is using the. I didn't get a pen, did I?
Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
what's happening?
Here we go again.
Hope you guys have got some more jokes because.
I've burnt the... I don't think they were jokes, really. They
There
don't
weren't many
classify as jokes.
It was more just
Observations.
observations about
Oh.
wheels.
Everyone loves
and-
observational humour.
Yeah, airline food.
You have to have
That's
a
one
joke to
of them,
follow
yeah.
that. Yeah, no, you have to have a joke afterwards.
If you choose the vegetarian option in airline food, you'll be disappointed. I guarantee it.
Again, not a joke. That's not a joke.
Observational jokes, especially
Wells, have you
about
brought the
airline
jokes with
food.
you, please?
Yes, I
Bring
have the jokes. They're in
Please.
biro form. All right. Okay. All right. It's fine. Everything's fine.
There you go.
Oh, I need to go to sleep. Okay, so Let's have a look at chat, shall we? Axia says, "Oh, for God's sake, Wheels." So let's stop having a look at chat. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these pieces of paper called aspects, and because we're a bit low in the deck, I've cut out some more pieces of paper. Some would say too many, but that's fine because we at least won't run out of those. At least I was prepared in one aspect of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these pieces of paper each, and we're going to answer the question at the top or the bottom, because one of us is going to be a weakness. So
do we have to decide? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we're going to be answering these questions together. So, pardon me. So what do we think? Actually, maybe I'm taking education because we're all done. We're all done.
So you're the weakness. Okay.
Yeah,
so our strengths are religion and safety, and our weakness is education.
Yes.
Let's do it. Okay, so for you guys, at the top of the card, you'll have a question for strength. So just read it out, and we'll start with you, Matt, and go around the circle.
All right.
And then we'll all collectively say what we think the answer is to that.
All right, our strength and safety. The people of Icarus feel safer within the city than anywhere else. Why is this?
Why is this?
Why is this? So, for example, like I said, it could be some kind of like pirate oath that we have here, where it's like nobody will sort of like shoot each other or steal their gold whilst they're in Icarus.
Yeah.
But then everywhere else, you do whatever you want. Or it could be like some kind of, I don't know, like some kind of like old army fort that we've like taken over, so it's all like walled up. And
they're so drunk on grog that even when they mean harm, they're just like missing with punches or
I really think a city where everyone is drunk all the time is definitely doomed.
They're all desperate to fight. They're all just kind of screaming inside at their inability to brawl.
Wow, I mean, it's a high concept.
Is it? I don't think you know what the term high concept means.
Yeah.
We've got another super chat from Kenny Stoneman who says, "I can't say must adult, but want to say hello to Alex and Matt. As you're playing Icarus, what are your favourite Greek myths?"
Ooh.
Now I'm thinking of Greek myths.
Would you like-
This is a really great. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
take
would you
it
like
if
me
you've
to
got a
go
Greek
first?
myth in the barrel. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
religious studies person over here.
Well,
Does that include
What kind of-
mythology?
yeah.
Well, I'll have you know, I studied the classics in university, so I know all about Greek myths. Basically, Zeus is the worst
Yes.
god
Yeah, Zeus,
ever,
yes.
and he just loves.
Swans.
Yeah, he just
Or at
turns
least
into.
what the swans are capable of.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
turns into a golden shower, for example, and lands on some poor innocent woman. And then they inevitably have children, and then Hera gets cross, and then so I guess not one specific myth, but more just
The
how much
idea.
Zeus just messes up all the time, and
It is a complete
Wow.
douche.
yeah, like every Greek story almost starts off always the same. It's always, oh no, Zeus, what have you
Here
done
it comes
now?
again. All right, Matt. You're
Wow,
up.
I'm so glad you went first. Thanks, Alex. Wait, is Midas Greek? Is Midas Greek?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
Midas. That was a
King
good one.
Midas.
Yeah, don't be greedy, don't touch anything.
All right. Well, thanks
Don't
very
be
much.
greedy, don't
Simon.
touch anything.
Rules for life.
Don't touch anything ever.
What an
Stop
existence.
touching things, Midas.
Right. So we need to make a little decision on this. Does anyone in chat have like a particular idea that we've thrown
Yeah,
around that
we'll
you
take
were
suggestions.
quite sort of interested in?
Mm.
So we had the oath. We had the everyone's too drunk,
Grog.
which is probably going to push us down the silly route, if I'm
Yeah.
honest.
No, we keep things pretty straight-faced
Yeah.
here. We're keeping things.
And then we've also got the old fort that the city's founded in.
I'm really into the idea of like everywhere but our city just being overrun with just enormous crabs.
There's some crabs.
I'm just terrified of crabs.
What, so we're the one safe place because we
We're
don't
the
have any
one
crabs?
safe place because we don't have them.
So just we don't know why, but
Yeah, we don't
Icarus
know
is
why,
the only
but
place
they
where the
won't
crabs
come-
will
yeah.
not touch.
This is a crab-free zone. Yeah.
And everyone's allergic to shellfish, so we don't venture outside.
Yes. No.
Getting very specific now. How do we feel about crabs?
Yeah. How do we? What's your opinion on crustaceans? That's just me flinging one out there.
That's
you know.
fine. I mean, I feel like chat are probably gonna. Oh, Kraken is outside. Someone says. I mean, that's to be fair. A few people are saying Krakens.
Yeah,
which is a
Kraken's
similar
pretty
thing.
good.
So
It's
Krabben.
just a big crab, isn't it?
Crabben.
Krabben.
Krabben.
So basically, There are giant crabs
Yes.
outside of Icarus.
Yes.
And for some reason, Icarus is the only place they
Yeah,
won't
they
come.
just won't go there.
So write that down in as short a form as you can manage.
Just
I'm
Because
gonna
it's
say
basically just something to remind us.
giant crabs. Yeah.
giant crabs.
I thought you were
OMG.
going to write outside, but then I just thought OMG. I was like, oh, never mind. Right, cool. So, but not here, maybe?
Yeah, definitely that.
Because that doesn't seem like a strength when you put it like that.
There we go.
So next up is communication. So what's your question, Alex?
No, it's not.
Is religion. Next up is religion. What's your question, Alex?
The supernatural plays a unifying role in the everyday lives of the people of Icarus. Who or what they believe in, and what phase, symbol, or any other physical manifestation do they use to express that belief? Well, I like, again, I don't want to take things over, but I like the idea of jumping off the fact that crabs are bad. So maybe if
Listen,
we have something
We've
that,
already
like,
established that crabs are bad.
this is the world building we've
let's
got
push
here.
from there.
What's the opposite of crabs?
That's the opposite of a crab.
Yeah,
a lobster. What? I don't
a
know.
lobster.
I mean, I guess morally.
Morally?
Yeah, lobsters are evil, I reckon.
Yeah, but
Compared to a crab.
No, I think crabs are good. And
Oh, I
lobsters
see.
are evil.
Okay.
no, but I'm thinking in terms of, you know, like the Greek gods, the people didn't love them; they feared them.
So the crabs
so
are our
maybe
gods.
if we have a god who we think is worse than the crabs,
Oh, so the
so then we're like,
To be
we
fair,
will-
if we
yeah.
worship the god of the sea, maybe that's why we think there's no crabs
Yeah, here.
Because we're the only
Oh,
ones
I
who
see.
are actually
Yeah.
paying our
Exactly,
comeuppance
yeah.
to the Sea Lord.
exactly.
All right,
Yeah,
yeah, let's do that.
So, what
What-
kind of symbol do we think, or physical manifestation?
Or phrase
Or
was the other option.
phrase.
Do we have some kind of like? Because I'd love some kind of dumb phrase that we could just say. every now
Giant
and again.
crabs, but not here.
Giant crabs, but not here, my brother.
the first commandment.
You like that, or you
No, I
just
don't like that
you're
at
just
all.
bad things? Okay. Well,
Oh god. Crack on.
What do you think, Matt? Come on, give me some
A
ideas.
sign of the sea.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe something a bit more specific.
No, I'm
Salahar
sorry.
guy
I'm brains
says,
to-
"All hail the lobster god."
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. I'm with Wheels and the audience here.
Money Parody also says, "Stop this anti-crab propaganda. Crab rights."
Have you seen a crab up close?
There's a few suggestions for some seagull gods who eat giant crabs. But then
I
also, I'm just very confused at a lot of some of these comments. So, oh, sorry, right, I've understood now that people are taking the sexually transmitted crabs.
Oh,
as
yeah. giant
Oh my
crabs.
goodness! How could anyone ever make that link?
Filthy.
I like the idea of this giant seagull because we've established the fact that there are birds cawing everywhere. So maybe we're like the seagulls are protecting us.
Wait, no,
Oh
hold
my
on.
goodness.
What if you know how like you say God bless you or something like
Yes.
that, right? What if you go infinite sand?
Oh, so
May your life be blessed by infinite
Infinite
sand,
sand.
brother.
so
Communion, just eating sand, washing it down with seawater.
oh,
This will
don't do
purify
that.
us.
Don't drink the seawater. Okay, yeah. So just sand.
Infinite
That's a
sand.
phrase.
Infinite sand.
Shell as hell.
Oh,
Could I
God.
just put
I thought you didn't
infinite?
have any
Infinite
jokes,
sand.
Matt. That was fantastic.
Oh, thanks so much. That's all right. Give it a couple of hours. I'll have another.
Sand. What did you say?
My brother.
My brother. Okay.
My sibling, I guess.
My brother slash sister slash other.
I mean, you've not left a whole lot of room for explaining the fact that we worship the sea god.
Sea gods. There you
Cool.
go.
All right. So last one is weakness of education. So the citizens, of Icarus are taught only what they need to know. What important knowledge is being hidden from them and why?
not to eat sand and seawater. Honestly, it's like everyone's so thirsty all the time.
Why does everyone keep getting dehydrated, guys? We're drinking all of this water.
Definitely, yeah. The idea you're not supposed to do that.
I think we can do better than that. What about well, what I mean, I feel like you're going down the old Cthulhu route here with the sea god, right?
We can do.
I mean, that's what I was.
We are
That's
now.
what I was picking
Oh,
up.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a terrible abomination.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
we're taught that the sea god is good,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
but actually, it's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, actually.
The crabs are trying to help us.
Yeah.
Really.
The crabs are in trouble. They're our only form of wildlife.
Or hold up.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, here it
Well,
comes.
So, we originally thought that the sea god was in charge of the crabs, right?
Yeah.
And that's why we were safe.
Okay.
But maybe we don't actually know that. We just think the sea god's keeping us safe from the
Yeah.
evil crabs. When in fact, us sort of deifying the sea god
Yeah.
and making him even more powerful, it's just releasing more crabs into the world.
It gives him more power and therefore more crabs.
So in anything, if we ever draw the ire of the sea god, we're just giving him more tools to kill us with.
Inevitably, when he gets bored with us.
His playthings. Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
down for that,
Cool.
yeah.
Okay, so... Oh god, this pen hasn't been used yet. Oh no,
Would you like a working pen?
it's all good.
Fine. You're not getting up to get another piece.
No,
That's
I'm not
happening.
leaving this room until we have finished streaming. Sea
By
god.
hook or by crook, we will finish this stream.
We will worship the sea god.
is
Yes,
in control of
infinite,
crabs.
infinite sound.
Yeah, infinite sand. Please,
Infinite
please,
sand,
no
my
more
brothers.
sand.
Sea god is in control of crabs.
You get like a little bit of sand, like put it.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah,
in
like a
another
communion
person's
wafer.
mouth. Yeah.
And then if you really kind of up the ranks, you get to eat magic sand.
I remember magic sand.
Don't eat it.
Oh God, I bet that would rot your inside.
Probably.
Was that the stuff where it was like it was just sand, but then you put it in water and it made
And
solid
it's- yeah,
objects?
yeah.
Yeah, you could like build little Atlantis temples and stuff with it.
Yeah. Oh, that was good
Cool.
stuff. That was good stuff. Right, so we've done the first step of the setup. So,
Yeah.
so now, I'll tell you what, I'll get the rulebook out just to make sure that we're doing this in the right order. So we've done the pillars of the society, and we've explained what aspects are. So now it's time to figure out who our characters are. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to combine our pillar that we've selected with one of these randomly assigned motives. There's only 5 in the game, and you'll use those 2 bits of inspiration to create a special character. You want your character to be someone who has some kind of like social power in the civilization, so that they can actually do stuff. So, for example, because I've got education, like I could be a teacher if I wanted
Right.
to,
Yeah.
or if we were in some kind of like large city, I might be on the board of education or something like that. So I have the object of preserving the city. So maybe I'm some kind of like, I don't know, preacher against the gods or something like that, because I think actually sea god's probably going to destroy us at some point. Whereas you want to bring down Icarus.
Yes.
So maybe you're actually some kind of doomslayer.
Oh, I'm so into that idea.
You want to protect the leaders
Protect
of
the
the city.
leaders. Well, that makes sense for safety. Yeah.
Yeah, safety
I'm just like a
first.
health and safety obsessive.
But not for the poo munchers. I couldn't think of a way of saying that without swearing on the stream.
The crab lovers.
Watch it, crab lover.
Watch it there.
Okay, so using those 2 cards, think up a character, a name, and
Uh-oh.
who you are.
I feel like I've made an error here.
What?
Do I have to write it on this piece of paper as well?
No, every single thing is a new piece of paper.
Get
That's why
more
that's why we've run
paper.
out. There's going to be so many pieces of paper on this table by the end of the stream. Don't worry about it.
Oh my goodness.
You look very excited at that
Things
prospect.
only get better from here.
Okay, so I've got some example names for you as well that come with this.
So is it name and general kind of
name and
who they
you
are?
yeah.
Position, yeah.
So your example names are Arelwyn, Ariel, Asteria, Born, Calypso, Cascade, Caspian, Corellia, Delphine, Delta, Firth, Halley, Hurley, Kai, Law, Morgan, Nerida, Nile, Ripley, Talise, Thames, Wade, Zarya.
Oh, wow.
Feel free to use any of those. I'm leaning towards... I'll be a Morgan.
Okay.
I'm just
It's gonna
going
be my
to try and
surname.
think of something
Oh,
which seems
wow.
like a setup for a fall, but I'm going to...
I want my name to be because you've given me this idea of a doomsayer. So I like the idea of me just really taking on this persona of sea god is great, let's worship them.
Apparently there's some weird noise happening. I've just had a look at chat. I'm not sure
Weird
why.
noise.
Ooh.
Everyone check their mics.
Dunno. If you hear it again, give me a buzz. And well, don't give me a buzz. But talk in chat, and I'll try and fix it. But it looks like it's stopped. The static is the crabs protesting this.
It's the sea god calling to
It
us.
is the sea god.
Eat the
They're
sand.
The sea god is talking to us.
We are using some new mics, so that might be why. Because we only had 2 because it was just me and Johnny, but now we have more than 2 people in a room at once, which is pretty crazy.
Amazing.
Oh.
So my name is Morgan. I'm a captain of a ship. Some call me Captain Morgan.
Oh, I've had some rough nights.
Here
with
comes
you.
the lawsuit.
No, I'm not a captain of a ship. That's silly. Yeah, I think I'm just like. I think I'm protesting about the fact that most people don't know what the city is. So I think I'm just kind of a concerned citizen. Maybe I'm a crab rights protester. It could be one of the mics is just a bit, it's just a bit loud.
Okay.
Or perhaps like one of the mic packs is a bit loose. Actually, can I see your mic packs actually? I'll just see what's going on.
Behind the scenes, look. Oh.
Right, apologies for any noise this causes. Oh yeah, I can see that speaking when I do
That's
that.
me.
I'll tell you what, I'm just going to mute you quickly so I can... I think they just need tightening.
I'll put it on my lap.
There you go. Just check yours quickly.
Yep.
Do we need to have a last name, or can we just have a
Okay.
first name?
No, just one name's fine.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
It doesn't matter if it's your surname or
That sorts
whatever.
itself.
Trying to bring Sea God into disrepute. Alright. So, I mean, I half read mine out, but let's all introduce our characters. So I'm Morgan, I'm a concerned citizen,
Oh.
and I'm trying to bring the Sea God into disrepute, because I think that I'm suspecting the truth, which is it's a horrible eldritch thing that's going to destroy us in the end, and I want us to maybe stop giving it more prayer power.
I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
And you are?
I am Crustius the Solid.
Yeah, no, of course you are.
Something I really don't like about the word Crustius. Really don't like that at all.
Here's a little tidbit for you.
Okay.
Did you know that the word crusty as an adjective is only nice sounding when talking about bread?
No, I didn't know that.
Think of any other thing and describe it as crusty, and you tell me if it makes it sound better or not.
Yeah. Crusty invokes
Yeah.
certain imagery
All right.
where if
But-
bread isn't involved.
The nice crusty bread.
Oh.
What about a
delicious.
crusty pizza? Actually, no, that doesn't
Yeah,
sound
see
right.
that?
As soon as I said it out loud, I was
Yeah,
like,
and then you say
if
it,
someone
you're like,
offered
"Ooh."
me a crusty pizza, there's no way.
You mean to tell me if someone walked through this door right now and said, Matt,
Would I
Would
like
you-
a crusty pizza? I mean, if someone does that, Alex, you're welcome to it. You're so welcome to that
I
crusty
mean
pizza.
pizza's
We've got
pizza.
crusty pizza here.
Oh.
Oh.
Ordering on the phone, I'll have a couple of olives, some mushrooms, and make it extra crusty, please.
And I'm some sort of doomsayer priest
Mm-hmm.
who believes that the sea god is our eternal saviour and also is mighty and terrifying, and we should forever worship them.
So you don't actually really know that your motive is to bring down Icarus. It's just going to come a part of it.
Yeah, it's just I'm buying into the reality
Mm.
that you've created.
Yeah.
That is the sea god is bad, and the crabs are there. But like my character may or may not believe that, but they're just really into.
Oh, they really like
what
the
they
sea
do.
god.
They love what they do. You know.
Let's hear about Matt's character then.
I'm Shelley. I'm the self-appointed city inspector.
Okay.
And I'm looking for budget for crab crackers. But,
Wow.
And not just like
not
crab crackers.
crackers.
No,
as in
I mean
putting
like
crab on.
a force of people
Yeah.
that are gonna look after the leaders. They're gonna get out there and crack some crabs.
Some kind of like security system.
Yeah.
Like proper guards.
Yeah, exactly.
But with
just
giant-
pliers or something. Whether
Yeah,
you used to eat crab
exactly.
with.
All right. So the next step, now that we've got our characters, I believe, is to make the monument. Yeah, second stage. So we place all the dice to the side. That is your motive there. So basically, what you want to do is grab your pillar and the bit you wrote about it. Just pop it somewhere in the middle of the table where everyone can get it, and then grab your thing and just put it nice and close to you. So it's
My thing.
Your character.
So your character's bits. So that one there. And then that, basically, I'll explain why in a sec. But these are our pillars, so this is kind of going to sort of like form this sort of web, right?
Mm.
So whenever we draw a new card and we try and answer it, we're going to put it close to somewhere that it's relevant to, right? So if we said, there's been protests, and we say, oh, maybe they're about the religion, we'll put them next to the religion,
Okay.
and then we'll just go from there. So we don't actually need those two anymore, so I'll just pop them to the side. And this is going to be our story deck here, and then we need to make a monument. So, starting to discuss the purpose on the monument based on the pillar that we've chosen for it, and the city that we've created so far. So, it's important to talk about what it might look like when it's done, being built, and who's excited about its construction, then create an aspect collaboratively, answering the very important question, what is the monument's function?
Mm.
What does this monument do, this communication monument?
Does it communicate with the crabs?
Does it
Because we're trying to
communicate
find a
with the
way to
god?
bridge the. Oh yeah, I guess the god. That makes more sense.
Because the god, I feel like the crabs are just mindless beasts.
Wow, you're really harsh on crabs. Oh my gosh.
Whereas, well, if we start believing they have intelligence, then we're in trouble. But it's the god who has control of the crabs. So if the monument was communicating with the god, right now it's telling the god that people were really into you.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Potentially.
Why are there so many crabs? That'd be the first question, really, right? Just like we're surrounded by crabs.
I love the idea of us being in the city and you just look out the window of the buildings beyond the borders and you just see a writhing mass of crabs. Just like there's no ground, it's all crabs.
Oh god. So it's some kind of like giant like temple, I guess?
Yeah.
Like big stone sea barnacle covered temple.
Yeah.
Do we know what the sea god looks like? Do we?
That's a god.
Yeah. So does it look like the god instead? Is it some kind of
Maybe some kind of like Davy Jones style.
Yeah, squid
Tentacle beard.
thing.
Like an octopus of some sort.
Yeah, maybe it's like a giant sort of like tentacle writhing.
Yeah, like a massive,
Monument.
massive tentacles.
There we go.
Just
All
a
right.
big writhing massive tentacle.
Made of stone.
Yeah.
Big.
Think that god in the Elder Scrolls, the one who's in charge of knowledge.
You would know better than me.
Aegis Mora or something like that.
Yeah.
Sounds similar to that.
Tell us in the chat.
The one that has like the big book realm in the
In
Skyrim
Skyrim.
DLC.
Yeah.
That was the only cool bit in that
Hermaeus
DLC.
Mora?
Hermaeus Mora.
There you
go.
go. Look at
No,
that.
ooh,
Plucked
is
it
that-
straight out.
No.
Is it
Oh.
that though? Or is he the nasty one? I can't remember.
I thought they were all
Somebody in chat
fairly
will know.
Yeah.
unpleasant.
Everyone's recommending. Johnny's on holiday right now, but everyone's recommending that he is secretly the sea god. No, yeah, they're saying Hermaeus Mora. There you go.
See
Good
that?
knowledge. Good knowledge.
Thank you.
Well, I said something that sounded almost like it, so I get a half point, right?
You get, yeah, in this pointing system we have, you get a half point.
So big stone temple covered in tentacles.
Yeah, and it's like really gross.
Yeah.
And it's oozing.
Crusty.
Yeah, it's crusty.
Crusty tentacles.
It's got like barnacles.
I was about to say it's covered in barnacles.
You
surely.
know, in Pirates of the Caribbean 2.
Sure.
The best one of that series.
No.
I was kidding. Please don't attach that to me.
When they're on Davy Jones's ship and it's all like gross and everyone's like got like.
They're like
weird-
stuck in the
Like attached to
walls.
it.
Yeah, there's that guy who's attached to the wall and you can see his brain and stuff. It's really cool. Like that, but a monument.
And when you go to speak to the god, does like one of the tentacles come down and like pick you up, just like lift you into it, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Sorry,
Right.
I'll say all the stuff when you look at the chat, and then you'll just agree.
Okay, so the next step is we're gonna, and this is gonna give you a little precursor of how the game works, but we're gonna answer 2 of these question cards. So, an unpopular subculture within the city is holding a festival, and some members of the community have shown up to try and shut it down. What is the subculture, and why is it looked down upon?
Okay.
People that dress in crabs. Oh no!
No,
A
because...
sub-religion worshipping lobsters.
No, I'm
we
just...
don't worship
Not least
crabs.
because they.
No.
We hate crabs.
Yeah,
we just
we
don't
hate
know.
the
We don't know that
crabs.
we're fueling the crabs.
That's why it's
Yeah.
unpopular. Because they're just close enough to crabs.
Or maybe they
Well,
like
we
the
don't.
crabs.
Yeah, they like the crabs. Right, okay. Yeah, they like the crabs.
Alex is in the middle because she's clearly the
I'm
most
having a
bonkers one.
You're channeling the crab god.
The current situation at the moment is like the majority of people are into the idea of the sea god. Like, you're still the underdog.
Yeah.
But there is, like Matt said, some sort of subculture of people who aren't so into the sea god. They just love the crabs, and yeah, they're having some sort of festival.
Yeah. And they all dress with claws.
And everyone's scared that they're gonna anger the sea gods, or maybe even like draw the crabs into Icarus when they've
Yeah.
never been there before.
The crab's gonna see them and they're gonna go, "I want in."
Okay, all right. So we've got crab worshippers.
Yeah.
This is. Oh, you know what? I had a very silly game about the first city on Mars. This has gotten sillier after we've even started, or before we even started, rather. Crab worshippers who are worshipping crabs.
I don't know whether Johnny is going to approve of any of this. You probably know better than I would, but
I think he would absolutely love this, and I think he's probably really upset he's missing it, if I'm perfectly honest. We were having a crab party,
A
basically.
crab pie.
Yeah. And everyone's annoyed.
Can we note that they have like a fashion subculture as well? I like just the idea of people dressed as crabs.
Sure. Some
Yeah.
kind of like,
Yeah.
claw maracas.
Claws and, you know, the little boogly eyes that they have coming out the top.
If they've got some kind of, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
yeah, they're doing some sort of crab dance.
Crab dance sideways. Just endlessly
They
sideways.
walk everywhere sideways, the flipping
In
windows.
a show
Yeah.
of kind of solidarity with crabs.
The next one is, all is not what it seems. Something that was once a strength is now a weakness. Why is it, and why did it change so quickly? Something that was strong about our city has now become a weakness.
What about literally the walls? And it's my fault as the city inspector.
Because you've been in
Because,
Yeah.
I don't have the budget to maintain
Yeah.
these walls against the crabs.
Because we've put
It's
all
why
of
I'm-
our budget into
In
building
this
a
tower.
big
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
enormous
Why are you building this
tentacle
temple?
tower.
The crabs are right there. They're slowly pinching bits of the wall out.
Did we really
Yeah.
need to grow all that gross seaweed
Yeah.
like, from scratch in those farms? Yeah, and you need strong walls
Yeah, to stop the crabs.
to stop them.
What stops crabs? Well, I guess they can move sideways, right? They can kind of scuttle up things. You don't really need like kind of a short. It depends how big they are. A shortish wall.
We coat all the walls in something like
Slippery.
really slippery, like butter or something.
Tartar sauce.
Tartar sauce, yeah.
Right, so we'll pop that near safety, and then that's going to go near religion, I'm guessing. Oh, we've got a Dino. Oh, thanks, man.
Do you want one?
Yeah, go
Oh
on
my
then.
goodness, we've
What
got
are drink preferences?
a gift
Whatever
here.
you've got.
Whatever.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anything?
I'll have the same. Whatever you've got.
Oh, okay, cool.
Mystery drink.
Fruit Bat says the walls are made of garlic butter during
Oh,
the
that's
shooting.
excellent.
Oh,
That's
that's an
excellent.
excellent suggestion.
Oh god, chat is crabs. There's so much crab chat. Justice for crabs, crabs for everyone. Who do we support? Crabs or lobsters? Just joined. Why is everyone asking for justice for some crabs? Lobster Lords found like a Space Marines chapter. The subculture has slogans like "It's time to claw our way back into the mainstream." Oh my lord.
That's very good.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Join
It's time
us.
for some refreshing non-alcoholic beverages, as that Fruit Bat points
Yeah.
out.
Sideways is the right ways.
Right. So now we have officially set up our city. So we're now going to be playing through rounds. So the way a round works is we're all going to take basically one action each. So you're going to grab a dice from the supply. Grab a die rather. Hello, mate. Thank you. Oh, they don't have a red one.
No, that was it.
Ah.
Like,
Ah.
it's the red one. Sorry. There is the pony cup.
Anyone want a session IPA?
Oh, I'll take that.
I
Yeah,
mean
take
coffee. There you are.
Ooh,
All right.
thank you.
And then balls.
Yeah.
Would you prefer a beer or cider?
What would you prefer? You can have the cider if you like. If you
Tell
I'll
me,
drink
Matt.
both.
Be assertive.
I'll
What
take
do
the
you
beer
want?
if you
You
want.
want the beer.
thanks.
Well, it matches your outfit, to be fair.
Yes, it does.
Cheers. This is
Cheers.
gonna. If we
Yeah.
started with crabs, it's only
Yeah.
gonna get worse with the
It's only
application of
gonna get
alcohol.
weirder.
Really.
Okay. So, so the way this works is everyone's gonna, starting with the first player, doesn't matter who, I'll go first if you want. We'll go around the circle, you'll grab a die, and then you'll play that die onto any of the aspects on the table at an attempt to make a change on it. So, for example, maybe I don't like the fact that the crab worshippers are adding even more horrible religions to our city, so maybe I go over to try and stamp them out and start an anti-protest or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to shore up the walls and put an effort into making them better or whatever. You can also try and make things worse if you think that's what your character would do or if that's how you want to change the story. So maybe, for example, you actually want to side with the crab worshippers and maybe you want to destroy the walls and let the crabs in or something like that, right? So you're going to take a die, you're going to place it down on there. And then everyone after that can also add to that if they want to. So with your die, instead of putting it on something else, you could say, well, I agree with that change, let's both do that, and then you've got more chances of success,
Okay.
basically, right? And then after we've all assigned, we will basically roll some dice that have been assigned to it. Every blank face is a fail, and if we get at least one success, then it's succeeded, so we get to do whatever we want with it. And we can change that aspect or modify it or completely change it to something else. And if we fail, because we got all fails on all of the die that were rolled, all the dice that were rolled, we can't do plurals today, then not only is that aspect going to change for the worse, so it's going to escalate the situation, all of these dice will also get added to the tower as well. Okay? So, first things first, grab a die, we'll choose what we want to put an action on.
Thank you.
But then after you've placed your dice, you're also going to draw a new card from the story deck because something else is going to have happened.
Okay.
So I'm trying to bring the sea god into disrepute, so I'm going to start doing that. Start, pardon me, spreading the word, and then let's find out what's happening. So a resource the city once relied on as a prominent export to other nations is now running dangerously low. What is it, and why is it no longer abundant?
Crab meat. We're all too scared to go outside.
I mean,
Do we
resource.
eat the crabs? 'Cause
Hmm.
I was thinking, I suppose like if there are so many of them.
oh, static's back apparently. I don't know why it's doing it.
What's that? The,
The
noise is
static.
back.
Yeah, basically, if you see like a yellow light pop up, then it's peaking.
Okay. Well,
Mine's not peaking.
let's pop these out, and I'll
You
keep
always
an
pop
eye
it on
on
the
mine.
table or something.
Yeah.
That might make it a little bit
Here we
easier.
go. It's gonna sit there, and I will watch it like a seagull, like a seagull.
Sequel.
I forgot
So,
what I was saying. Crab
Resource, yeah. Do we eat crabs? I feel like we just be
maybe
annoying
we're
the
too
sea god.
scared. Yeah, maybe
Because
they're
they are
too.
technically as denizens.
No, but we don't know that. That's the point.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that.
Yeah, maybe we don't want to run the risk.
Know that
Mm.
only you know that.
Or suspect that.
Yeah, but the majority of us don't know that. We think that the sea god is keeping the crabs away. So, like, if there's like that many crabs out there, why wouldn't you try?
I guess. I mean, you would be eating crab, wouldn't you? But then also, is that a prominent export if there's crabs everywhere?
I mean, how do we get it out? That's what I want to know.
Hey, you've really ruined the economy for crabs.
How do we get out?
Yeah, how do we get out?
Dressed up as crabs, holding crab meat. It's like,
No,
no,
but
pay no attention to me.
But we don't like dressing up as crabs
No, this is true.
because that's
I've
blasphemous.
really played myself into a corner here.
I don't know. We don't need to think about the specifics of how we get it out.
What if we're running out of sand? Our sand actually isn't infinite. And we wanted to try and get sand out to other people because we had infinite sand. That's what our city's built on.
What are we doing with all this?
Exactly, exporting it. We don't need it.
No, but I mean,
If
what are
it's-
they doing with all this sand?
Building sand pits.
Yeah.
And
You can make
other
bricks.
sand objects.
Glass?
Lots of sand
Glass.
castles, yeah.
Glass?
All their buildings are made out of sand.
Maybe we're glass makers.
Yeah. See, look, Wheels is bringing it back to reality.
That's been my
Yeah.
function so far.
Yeah, I like the idea of we actually make something functional.
So, okay, so the sand is no longer infinite.
Yes.
We'd
As we
export it
assume.
as sand though, right? Because you're not going to get a load of glass past crabs. That's very claw unfriendly. Another scratch on this bit of glass. It's because there are like 400 crabs, mate.
I don't know if sand is that valuable an export.
In
It's just
this
sand, isn't it?
in this world, it is. We've got all the sand.
That's true.
Infinite sand. Crab meat
Okay.
everywhere. Sand. Just here.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Okay.
I think this card is particularly troublesome to our situation because I love the idea of our civilization literally just being we don't know anything other than our city because all we know are crabs. Everything else is crabs.
Please buy something from us. Just visit us. Just make a path through the crabs.
You've got Icarus and then crabs.
Oh, God. Okay. It's not even an island, it's just
Yeah,
a sea
yeah.
of crabs.
We don't know what other land looks like.
So just to clarify, by the way, so when you draw the card after you place a die,
Mm-hmm.
you become like the main, basically like the judge of that.
Are you building
card.
this up so that you can overrule all our crab suggestions?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But essentially, like when you're in charge of the card, you get the final say on what
Okay.
actually gets written down,
Yeah.
right? So I think I like the idea of the glass makers.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the glass makers. seeing as it's my
I'm with
one.
you on that.
So we make glass for export. We've run out of sand.
Oh yeah, we're running.
Our religious
Yeah.
phrase is in turmoil.
Yes.
We can't really
that-
greet each other with infinite sand. If
We don't have that.
sand.
Yeah.
Limited sand.
All right then. I'm guessing that technically hits us on the old religious standpoint.
Yes, I believe it does.
So over to you, Alex. So
Mhm.
you're going to grab your die and place it wherever you want on any aspect that you would like to change.
So I can change it positively or negatively.
Yes, you can
Yes.
basically just make any change that you want. What is your character doing to that aspect of the city, basically?
Okay, so I don't like the idea of these crab worshippers.
I thought that might be the one you go for.
Because as a loyal supporter of our holy sea god,
But also someone who does not know the fact that the crabs are actually part of the sea god's plan.
yeah, in my mind the crabs have always been bad. How dare you make any connection between a god of the sea and a lot of
A
crabs?
lowly crab.
Those lowly
A lowly
crabs.
crab in a manger.
So I'm going to bring down these blasphemous crab worshippers.
Alright, now draw your card.
Ruin this crab party that they're having.
We've got a super chat from Xenogil180. IRL, there is a sand shortage staring us in the face. I don't know what that means. Are we actually running out of sand in real life?
Yeah.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah, because we import loads of sand, don't we?
Do we?
I think so.
Huh.
Because I think it also happens like in the big holiday destinations that actually bring in better sand.
Oh,
That's like
I've
finer
heard
and
of
nicer to
that.
stand on and
Yeah,
things like that.
I think I've heard of that before. And also there's like Because I remember there's like specific types of sand, like based on the sort of like rock that it's broken down from, right? Because you get like in Fuerteventura, they have like the black sand as well, because it's all like volcanic and stuff.
Yeah, I
I've
think
been
so.
there, but I don't remember that. It was
No.
quite a few years ago, though.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Wow,
Anyway.
that's really got real.
Sand.
Yeah.
Well, we know our sand here,
Sand
Icarus,
shortages.
so
Yeah.
we're a
Yeah.
bit of sand connoisseurs. So over to you.
Right. The card I have picked up is a wave of crime is spreading through the city. What is it, and what group is being blamed for it?
It's the crabs. Let's be real.
Wow.
It's the crabs.
Some real crab racism
Yeah.
going on in this city.
Okay, so you're saying crabs.
I think that's the obvious choice, right? Unless we've got an
I
undercurrent
don't
of.
know.
Well, if there's some ruffians who are a little bit
Ruffians.
crab aligned, and we've got damages to the walls.
Yeah, sabotaging my walls.
Maybe it's a
They might
maybe
be
it's
trying to help
sabotage.
the crabs get it. They're,
Mm.
they're their inside man.
maybe.
Yeah.
The crab.
How do we identify them? It shows your hands.
So
Walk in a straight
Yeah.
line.
Caught crab-handed, wouldn't you?
or they're like, I don't know. Yeah, either either they're also the crab worshippers, or some sort of subsector of the crab worshippers, or they're maybe people who like really like eating crab and want to get more crab and bring it into the city.
Oh, they
So
kept
maybe
committing
that's-
like religious
smuggling.
crimes.
Yeah, they're smuggling crab into the city, and crab is like is completely banned.
What if? So right, if crab's a delicacy and like
Yeah.
underground, what if it's
Mm.
like tastiest when it's freshest? So
Yeah.
they're bringing live crabs
Live crabs in.
and trying to like imprison them in
Yeah.
bits so they can kill them as and when they need
Yeah,
the
and
food.
serve it instantly
Wow,
to
that's really
the,
dark. That's really
Ooh.
dark.
the rich nobles of the city.
Now we're playing Icarus.
crave, crave that delicious salty taste.
The crab foie gras.
Yeah.
All right.
So shall we say like poachers? Is poachers the right word, or smugglers?
I think poacher works, right? They're kind of.
Poachers
They're
kind
Well,
going
of
they're
after
not
the animals.
endangered. That's for
no,
sure.
no, but they're restricted
Yeah.
for different reasons, like
Yeah,
under
I
religious
suppose.
protection.
They're not restricted for their own protection,
In-
but for ours.
In the same way that swans are, right? Like the queen swans. Like
Yes.
you can't eat the crabs because they're the sea god's crabs.
No, but
We
we
know
don't
that.
know
Sorry.
that.
Well,
no. We
whatever.
just hate crabs.
Okay, well we just hate crabs. We don't want to go near them. It's just a general hatred of them that
So the
keeps us
idea
away.
of like bringing them into our city and also feasting on their flesh is very barbaric. So no, we're totally against that. So bringing in live crabs to eat / sell for money.
Fruit Bat says someone has started an underground crab railroad to get captive crabs out of the city. Unfortunately, there's infinite sand on the line and the replacement buses are late.
I mean, sand can be troublesome.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Isabel says that's how crabs are kind of cooked, right? You boil them live.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah.
So that's it's not that far fetched, guys.
But these
It could happen to you.
Yeah. But these are, because they're giant, you need
Mm.
like a giant
Yeah.
pot.
I do like
Big
the idea
old
that
pot.
crab sticks are like the highest delicacy. Just people clamouring for crab sticks.
Okay. So final change.
Me, I think the obvious one, as safety inspector, I just need to repair these walls.
Yeah, I think that makes sense, especially seeing as more crabs are
Yeah.
turning up.
These crabs are just all around us now.
Mm. Alright, so draw a card.
A citizen attempts to plead their innocence to a serious crime, but is found guilty and sentenced. What was the crime, and how are people of Icarus punished for their wrongdoings?
Was it perhaps a crab smuggler?
You don't say.
Maybe he was like fed to the crabs.
Oh,
We like
That's-
shoved
yeah.
him over the
Kicked
wall,
off the wall.
into the sea of
We
crabs.
like yeeted him over the wall.
Kobe!
And the crabs are just. We don't even see him. We don't even see him die. He just falls into like. There's just so many crabs. We don't even see his body anymore. Yeah.
yeah, I think crab smuggler works. Yeah. So,
I-
forgotten how to spell crab. Crab smuggler yeeted over wall.
Yes. I furiously caught them, having someone like snitched on them.
So that's
Like,
probably over here, right?
I guess it's a
Or-
safety concern.
Oh,
So
maybe it's safety. Yeah,
the law,
it's
right?
the law.
Yeah.
Not
So-
really religion, but to do with crabs-ish.
Yeah, exactly.
So somewhere around there.
So that is the whole round gone. So whoever is the first player, in this case was me, grabs a die to symbolise the passing of time. You always add one. So you've always got at least one added to the tower. So that is our first block on the tower. Now, where is that on the camera? Let's pop it about there, so that's nice and visible. So up next, we're going to start actually having our things pop off. So where did my die go?
You moved it to the middle.
Is that the one I spent?
Yep.
Why did I do that?
I have no idea.
That's fine. Okay, so that's time passing. So now I'm going to roll my die,
Yep.
which I absolutely had in the right place. So I'm looking for a pillar symbol, and if I don't get a pillar symbol, it fails and things get worse.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
right.
For the win.
So that gets added to the tower, and now this is important. So once you've placed a block, it can no longer be touched.
Okay.
So if you place it in a really bad spot and you've really biffed it,
That's it.
soz. So it's gradually going to get more and more unstable. And something I pointed out in the review, it's got like rounded edges on the dice,
Yeah.
which means that it's really difficult to actually line them up properly, and it will inevitably get worse.
Mm.
So I was trying to,
You're trying to bring the sea god down because you know the truth.
yeah, I think I was trying to cast aspersions and like start naysaying in the streets, and maybe like they've cracked down on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they were like, we can't have that. We can't have people shouting out against the sea
Yeah.
god. And maybe there's been like some big announcement. If we see you doing this, you're getting chucked in the
You're
crab
getting
pits.
Yeah. Yeeted.
You will be yeeted by our Lord's request. Oh god, yeah, it's a good thing I got paid for that. I'm already running out of these. So naysaying the sea god is now a punishable offence. You want to roll your die whilst I'm doing this?
Oh dear.
Fails.
What were you attempting to do again?
I'm attempting to crush this syndicate of crab worshippers.
Oh god, that means they've probably gotten even stronger, haven't they?
Poop the
Oh,
crab
dear.
party.
Who Needs to Sleep says, this is such a weird game, I love it. I don't think it's normally this weird.
I think it's just weird people.
Weird,
Yeah. Well, yeah. Welcome to the Dicebreaker editorial team.
We're never being allowed back.
Right. So I've got to place this, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so you replace it. I see.
I'm
when it
s-
goes wrong.
I'm so scared right now.
You're ready. Oof.
I've
Oof.
done a really bad job.
That
of
really wasn't good. That really is a
For
pretty
three,
course.
three dice stacked up.
I
That's
mean, I'm not allowed to just
nope.
Nope.
That's it.
just poke it a little
Nope.
bit.
Nope.
You crabbed it.
A real crabbing.
Whoops.
So what's happened to the crab worshippers?
Okay. So I caught myself and my unit of, I guess, holy
My anti-crab
soldiers.
task force.
Yeah. With your help, because you have your
Trying
crab.
to save the leaders
Yeah,
from
your
these
crab
crabs.
crackers.
Mm.
I sent like a legion of crab crackers.
It's probably just one crab cracker at the moment.
Yeah,
We need more
well,
budget. It's
yeah,
just
the budget's bad. To try and like break up this party that these crab worshippers were having, and instead the whole thing kind of went a bit awry. I don't know. Let's say they had like a massive seaweed. They were just jigging them out on or something, and then this one crab cracker came along, went stop right there, and then suddenly went whoa, and like slipped on all the seaweed, and like fell back in a really embarrassing moment, and all the crab worshippers were laughing. The whole thing was like filmed. It's like it's become like viral, and there's this me and my god, we look really stupid.
You've
now.
had,
Yeah,
you've had
just
a bad
humiliation,
PR
yeah.
event,
Yeah,
basically.
really bad PR.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have no idea when this is set, by the way.
Let's say
indeterminable.
a couple of months. I don't know.
Oh, Lord.
Mm.
Go on then.
You need to write that down. I will roll my die. Oh, the walls stay strong.
Mm.
Building up those walls. Crabs are parting on the inside.
Well, so
But-
what? Have you strengthened them even further? Like maybe you've
Well,
added
they're
some
kind of crumbling, right? So I
Mm.
think the first level is just need to get them back up.
right.
But maybe I'm trying something different that I'm going to think of right now this second. Something more like...
Maybe they're less like stone and more like ironclad now. Like maybe
Yeah.
they've got like
Or just, like,
afterwards of,
mega
spike on or
slippery.
stuff.
Yeah.
completely
okay.
slippery.
You've poured more garlic
actually,
butter on.
well, yeah. What if instead we tried the slippery thing? That didn't work. They just ended up, smelling of garlic, and that was worse for us in the city. 1,000 crabs covered in garlic. What if now it's very sticky? We're going the other way.
Oh.
So we've just got a load of crabs stuck on the walls,
Oh my
like
God,
big
that's
old
gonna become
barnacles.
a problem. Why?
Yeah. We haven't really thought this through, but
No.
we just want to stop the crabs.
For the short term.
Yeah.
Think about it though, the crabs are getting up on the wall, getting stuck, and they're just reinforcing the wall with themselves.
Exactly,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, in the end, who's winning?
Yeah, shell against shell. That's
Right,
our
so
motto.
you succeeded, so that just goes back in the supply,
Right.
so you're all good to go. And then you've got a pen there, so if you want to just grab a piece of paper.
Okay.
So running out of aspects.
So,
And we are going to start the next round. So, let's pass the first player round to Matt. So the person who was last time goes first this time. So you are going to, first of all, grab your die and choose what you want to do this round. And then
Well-
you can draw a card.
my walls are pretty strong now. I've said crabs stuck on walls, but walls stay strong. So I think now that, we're keeping the crabs out that way, I think maybe we just need to... Safety. I might try and... I think I'm going to try and stop the crime going on. I can place it on that.
Oh, of course.
Is this supposed to be over here?
No, it goes over the top of that because he failed.
Because that was what you were
die.
trying to do, wasn't it? And you failed it. No?
No, that's education. This is religion. I was on here. I was trying to cast aspersions on the cult of the sea god.
Oh, okay.
When in actual fact, I've just made it even harder for myself because now they'll
Yeah.
just kill anyone who does that.
Yeah.
Nice job, Will.
Yeah, but it's fine because they cast aspersions on themselves
Yeah.
with their dumb crab cracker
Yeah.
slipping on his butt.
Seagulls just.
They fell on their face
Just
and
a load of
embarrassed
seagulls
our
like,
walls.
Yeah.
Okay, so draw a card, Matt.
Yeah. The environment surrounding Icarus has become damaged or sick in some way. What has caused this environmental degradation? And how has a specific part of the city been adversely affected by it?
Ooh.
The environment surrounding Icarus. What if it's the crabs? They've got... Well, what if they are, covered in some kind of horrific sauce
Oh.
or
Well-
some terrible thing?
I was thinking if we've got flipping corpses attached to our walls.
Yeah, we're covered
Is
in
there-
garlic butter.
Yeah.
Is there not just disease?
Yeah, that-
Yeah, the crabs are just
all of the outskirts
rotting.
of the city.
We really didn't think this whole wall thing through, did we? This will stop them. Oh, why does it smell of dead crab all the time?
And garlic butter.
Oh god, I just imagine that all of the people who live near the walls were like, "Hey, free meat!"
Oh, God.
Oh.
We shouldn't have eaten. Oh, and then maybe it's going through the smuggling ranks as well, because they're taking the crab meat off the
Taking the
walls.
crab meat off
They're
the wall
like
'cause it's easier to
cheap
do it
old
that way.
crab meat.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
Do you mind passing me a bit of paper?
I'll pass you a
Thank you.
stack.
So like
you've got
food
the-
poisoning, essentially.
Yeah.
And general.
Just what you need from a load of crabs.
Right, you're up.
I'm up. Right. What do I want to deal with here? What's really annoying me?
Mr. the Jeff says, "How can a planet made entirely of crabs and sand have an environment that gets worse?"
You're about to find out.
Okay. Hmm.
Arnie Bravery says, hoisted by your own petard with all this crab prejudice. Have Wheels and Alex's microphones turned off? I don't think so.
No, it says on.
Unless the packs have. I'll have a quick check. I can see mine's on. But I'll check your mics, guys.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going to decide what to do with this die.
I think you're right. Say some things.
Crabs?
And again?
More crabs?
I can't tell which one you're coming through.
Ooh. Well,
Oh.
oh my goodness.
I don't really know. It's
Oh.
fine.
Well,
I don't really know where to put this.
we'll soldier on.
The dying crab's going bad. It's probably between safety and
Yeah, I'd call that a safety hazard.
Yeah, we don't
Around
have a
here
health
somewhere.
section, so I guess it's
Yeah.
safe.
maybe like here,
Yeah, that seems pretty good to
because
me.
maybe that's well.
Okay. I want to. Can I deal with this issue? The
The crab eating,
crab.
or the smuggler eating.
Yeah, the fact that we've found someone hidden in our midst. We have dealt with them for the time being, but it's increasing the reputation problems the sea god is already facing with that little incident with the seaweed and the crab party. So I'm gonna try and I want to go out to the people and reassure them.
But they will be yeeted if they eat more crabs.
Yeah, reassure them that even though we found this person and there is a potential issue with the crime, that the sea god is ever vigilant and very strong, and that because they are so powerful, that we won't need to yeet anyone off anymore because they won't want to do it. Not because of the yeeting, but because they're so enamoured by the sea god's power that they just won't do it to start with.
Because they'll just listen to the word of the Lord.
Yeah,
Yeah,
instead, I want to try and prevent the crime. I don't want to react to it. I want to preventative measures, not reactionary ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. So, alright, going out into the streets and preaching is just going to get me yeeted. So, I guess what I need to do is... Maybe I need to investigate this smuggling ring. Maybe I'm going to feign helping you.
Okay.
So that I can get a bit of information out of
I
this.
mean, there's two ways you can approach the smuggling ring. You can
Oh,
either-
you're looking into it as well, right?
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm going to
Matt's
look into this
looking
with you.
into-
It's a safety concern.
Yeah,
it falls
yeah.
into my area.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
I
worries.
really need the budget, please.
I'm signing up to the Citizens Militia to come
Yeah.
and
I'm
help
running
out.
really low on crab crackers because they just keep falling over on all the seaweed. We need
You're
boots.
You'll infiltrate the crab crackers and being like, yeah, I'm gonna help you deal with these smugglers, but really, you're trying to get in.
I need that information.
Yeah.
I need to know what's going on under the fabric of the Crab City. Did you draw a card, by the way?
I did not. You kind of surged forward. A subculture within the community has recently gained political prominence and has begun to actively oppress another group in the city. Who is this new oppressor, and who is being oppressed?
Interesting.
Okay. Thoughts?
There's a lot of subcultures in this crab city.
Yeah.
I suppose we've got nothing else to do, have we? We're stuck in. We're just forming little groups, little spin-offs.
We're just very cliquey.
Yeah. I like the idea of crab goth culture. Painting mascara on
Croft.
shelves.
Okay. Well, it doesn't need to necessarily be opposed to the sea god. Could be one that's like spun off it as like they're enthusiastic about one particular part of the sea god.
I mean, maybe it's literally just the fact that, like, there used to be a separation of religion and state, and now there's not.
Yeah.
Because now the sea god people are just like, nah, we run this place.
Yeah, we run this town.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you're saying that maybe there is a subculture who are like, maybe the church of the sea god and, Parliament, whatever we have. I don't know if it is Parliament.
Sea Parliament.
Should be separate. And
Sea punks has been pointing out by chat is probably one of the subcultures.
what?
Sea punks, obviously.
Yeah, that's very good.
I mean, let's call them.
Thank you, Moddy.
Sea punks.
I'm gonna call them sea
Yeah.
punks. Yeah, and they're saying, we're not against the sea god. We just think that maybe there should be a church, and then there should be the state, and that those two things should be separate in terms of.
Whereas the sea god people are saying,
no.
screw you.
So the sea punks are what now, rising in prominence? Are we saying that, or the other way around?
It says, they gained political prominence, or are they?
I would assume that, that card says to me, with the route that we're going down, is that, members of the church have now become members of Parliament, and they are now, blurring the lines.
So maybe at the moment, the church and the Parliament are separate.
Yeah, exactly.
But there are,
but now it's
the
the lines are
people
blurring, and now it's getting a little bit more.
Being oppressed.
I really want to see a sea punk aesthetic. What that looks like. Is that just like barnacles on leather jackets?
No, sea punk is it is a genuine.
Oh, is it a genuine thing?
Yeah,
oh,
hold
I'm
on,
so
let me find a photo.
educated.
No, it's more of a it's similar to sort of vaporwave, sort of generated around Tumblr. Hold on.
I thought I was so up, and now look at me, embarrassed.
I think you're cool, Matt.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. I haven't seen what sea punk looks like.
It's just like a very niche version of.
Wow, that's
vaporwave,
not
essentially.
what I thought that would look like.
It's just got that sort of 90s, 80s abandoned mall aesthetic, but with
Dolphins and
dolphins
neon.
everywhere
Yeah.
and neon greens and mermaids and all that kind of stuff.
So
Yeah, there you go.
Day of the Dead, but sea.
Sure. Right, let's crack on.
Not sure where that was going. Church versus state. I'm trying to think of the best way to write this. I think I may have done that thing where my writing's too big and then I have to delta fit. So yeah, sea punks are being oppressed by fanatics of the sea god. Church versus state, I thought.
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
we know what we
remember.
mean.
It's
We
in
know
there.
what we
Do
mean. Sure.
We will.
Well, let's hope so. I'm going to put that in religion. I
Yeah,
think,
that's definitely.
because it's definitely like a.
Is it somewhere between religion and education? If they're then getting into the
maybe.
state side of it.
Exactly. They're starting to decide. They're starting to argue that state matters should be governed somewhat by the religious
By the sea
organisation.
god.
Right, I'll do my card now. Okay. An outside force tries to invade the city.
I wonder what it could be.
Who are they? What is the purpose of the invasion? What's their plan?
What's the plan?
The surprise attack by the dolphins.
I think it might be the crabs.
Oh, you don't say.
So, not only is the crabs being stuck to the wall generating dead crab diseases that are spreading into the city, I feel like the massing up of them has created just basically a rampant of
Yeah.
crabs that the crabs
like
can now
World
just
War
start
Z
crawling
style,
over.
mountain of crabs. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly like World War Z. That hit, book, and film.
Available
Yeah.
in good retailers near you. Okay, I think that's pretty self-explanatory, that one. So let's get some crabs attacking the city.
See, what if they manage to stack up perfectly on each other, and it's just like a tower
Yeah,
of
and
crabs
they
that
all.
slowly
Oh
moves,
my god, they all move as one.
like a ladder of crabs.
Yeah, a mass of crabs just becomes one entity, one crab.
One crab. Or like a Trojan crab. There's just one big crab, but it's full of smaller crabs,
Yeah.
but still giant. Although I don't know why we'd bring it into the city. This really big crab is probably cool.
Right, I'm going to kick things off with small groups of crabs that are beginning to invade the city.
Yeah.
Maybe only a few of them have worked out that they can start crawling. Because they're not intelligent.
No.
crabs, let's be honest.
Scouting parties.
Exactly.
If they were, they would have they would have overrun the city within minutes. Because not only do they have sheer numbers, but they had intelligence as well.
Oh god. What will crabs? One of my favourite comments as well. Just adding the Z on the end from HLB. We've also got, isn't that a Mario Party game? The description of the crabs towering on top of each other. Probably. And then Eric Portnoy just says, it's crabs all the way down.
Yeah.
So, let's start rolling some dice, shall we? So, should we kick off with the double die?
Yeah.
Seeing as we need to
we
start
roll one
this
each.
game.
Oh,
Yes,
that's dramatic.
so basically we only need one success between them.
Right. It's not
so
that.
you've biffed it, but I've
Hey.
succeeded.
God.
So, what did we learn about the poachers?
Well, so is it specific to what you were trying to do?
No, because I supported you,
Oh,
so
okay,
you're
right,
still
right.
sort of like the leading party.
Okay. Well, I guess I was just trying to look into them. Like, I fixed the walls, and then I'm coming over to the smugglers. That's my next problem as a city inspector.
Yes.
You know, I'm like, well, how are they getting these crabs in? Because that clearly is a safety concern.
Yeah.
For me, Shelley, the city inspector.
I love the idea of you wandering around in a hard hat while I'm there in my sea sodden robes,
Just seaweed
crawling
drenched
out,
down,
going, oh, you're like,
Excuse, so have you filled out paperwork for this tunnel? Because I'm pretty sure the diameter of these tunnels are a bit crab-sized, if you don't mind me saying.
Really flat, really wide, all sideways.
Right. What have we done then?
What have we learned about the smugglers? How are they bringing them in? Okay, maybe they are bringing them in through tunnels.
Yeah.
Or is there a better version of that? Tunnels is a bit.
maybe they're putting you know how the crabs are climbing over each other to get over the wall. Maybe they're providing ways for them to land over the wall onto the ground. They're putting slides or paddling poles.
Slides.
Or,
Just a big crab slide. What if they're throwing them like discus? And they're tucking in their legs.
They're
and just
giant crabs.
Depends how big the thrower is.
I've seen a
Crab
group
hole.
of very large,
Crab
muscular people.
Throw a crab.
Maybe they're just catching the ones that are... Yeah.
In nets.
No, I meant catching as in
Physically.
I've caught you, rather than I've caught you.
Oh, jump up, catch you.
But yeah, maybe they're literally just they're just waiting for them to get into the city and then taking them.
Yeah.
The reason we haven't noticed the attacks just yet is because they've all been eaten so far. Whereas now that there's more crabs turning up because more of them are figuring out the ramp over the wall,
Yeah.
they're not getting picked up by poachers, they're actually getting into the city and attacking people.
Yeah, because they can't eat the ones on the wall anymore because they've
Yeah, they're
recognised the fact
horrible.
that they're rotten and they're horrible. So now they're right, guys, we've got to pick up these ones that are coming over the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Right, yeah.
Do it. You got paper?
I got a bit of paper.
Go ahead.
So,
Roll your dice for crab smuggler yeeted over wall.
I've got to get myself a win. Come on.
Ooh.
Yes!
Oh, success.
Okay.
Although we did need to add one onto the tower for time passing. But we haven't added any through failure, which
I'm
is
not
pretty
going
good.
to do that.
It's whoever
Oh,
was the
God,
first
my
player,
hands
so
are
you'll do
sweaty.
it next. Already that looks pretty
it's
wobbly.
really wobbly.
Pretty wobbly.
I suspect that might be my fault.
Maybe. Just maybe.
Okay, so I succeeded with my plan.
You got yellow light? Currently stacking back.
I don't have a yellow light.
I'm honestly not sure what that is, guys. I'm
We're a
sorry.
bit baffled by this. Right. So because I succeeded, I successfully went out to the people. I had a massive
You
gathering.
delivered this big.
Yeah, there were
Yeah,
so
sermon.
many people there. Just
You should have seen it.
should have seen it. FOMO.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. And I told the people, the sea god's he's great, but he's also a bit scary. So, maybe don't smuggling crabs and stuff and do crab parties. because it's not just. I know we have an actual punishment in place for it, but also just don't do it because
maybe he'll destroy the entire city.
So yeah, and the people, they loved it. So,
not to toot my own horn or anything, but I did a pretty good sermon.
Yeah. What happens to my dice though?
It goes back in the pool. Is it successful? I think.
Thank God, because if I have to try to stack another die on top of that. So, sermon.
It's the curse from the EG string yesterday. Oh God.
Maybe it's one of these mics then.
Is there bad weather or is the connection a bit crabby?
I mean, the weather is awful actually right now.
The weather is terrible.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be affecting our shortwave transmission from here to here. It's literally just a tiny little pack that's over there, so I don't know why it's doing it. I'll have another look just to see what's going on. I can't see anything. 614 500, 606 500. They're on different frequencies and everything. Like, got no idea.
You tightened it up, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, these are stationary as well, so these aren't going to get touched.
Well, it wouldn't be a stream without some kind of small technical issue.
It's true. It's very true. That is just how they roll.
How we roll.
How we walk sideways. Oh, roll, right, dice breaker. On brand.
Yeah, website we're part of.
Ching.
Well, I'm sorry guys, I'm really not sure what to do about this deck.
Yeah. Just gotta break through that barrier and.
Yeah.
Wow,
these crabs.
you were very close to knocking down our dice tower just then.
No.
Just banged into the table with all the grace of an elephant.
Of a crab.
A giant crab. So yeah, I'm gonna.
As Kyle points out, it's probably a loose connection on one of the mic packs or something. It does seem, it does. Usually when it's static, it's like a physical, something is being pushed on or something. But you guys have got it on your laps.
Yes.
Yeah,
No yellow lights, no
I'll
nothing.
try putting mine on the table. See if that
Mine's
helps.
gently resting, like a babe in my
Like
lap.
a babe.
Cool. Right. Okay. So you have the first hand as well. So choose what your next action is going to be, and then draw a card.
Okay. Thank you.
No, cheers.
So I totally blew that out of the water. So I'm feeling pretty good at the moment about how people are feeling about the sea god. I'm gonna start pushing buttons here because
You quite like the idea of church being in charge of everything, don't you?
well, as an advocate for the sea god and all sort of sea god things in general, I'm kind of into the idea of us actually deciding, important parliament
Everything.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start maybe funding these fanatics
Okay.
who are oppressing these sea punks under the table, using some of the money I've gathered over the years from donations.
Yeah, the donations to the church. That money was just resting in my account.
The money was just resting in my account. So, a valuable resource used commonly within the community is now gone completely.
I mean, we were running out of sand.
Yeah, we're running out of sand. Do
We
we
run out of sand
do we
entirely.
use sand?
Because will that throw all of the infinite sand?
I like the idea of, how you had the idea about making the walls like sticky.
They are sticky
What?
now. There's crabs.
Yeah,
Crabs all over them. Have you not seen
No,
all
but-
these crabs?
But in the attempt to do that, maybe what you were using to make it sticky, we also used as part of our community.
Yeah,
Because
that's,
of that scheme,
we've run out of the sticky
we're
stuff.
running out of it. What is this sticky stuff?
Oh,
It's not garlic butter because that's
it's not.
slippery.
It's not sticky either.
It's not sticky either. Yeah.
I don't know. What's another good condiment that goes with crab that's very sticky?
Why is it a sauce?
It's funnier. I don't know.
That's true. Oh God, I don't know.
Maybe.
Or what if it's literally just like what we use to put our houses
Glue.
together?
Maybe just like glue.
Probably wouldn't build a house with glue, but we have to because we can't
Yeah.
get anything else in.
Yeah.
Sand and glue.
It's glue.
We have, and now we're running out of sand, and now we're out of glue, so we're stuffed.
It's sand. It's glue. Sorry, made from crabs.
Oh God.
Yeah, like from their juices. I mean, like glue is traditionally made from
Horses.
yeah,
Horse, crab.
like crabs.
Horse, square. What's the difference?
Exactly. So because you used all that glue to try and stick the crabs to the wall, we're running out of glue. And people can't build peeled houses.
Yeah.
So we're having people just building their houses, and halfway through they just run out of glue.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, I guess I have to sit in this hovel.
Just sit in a sand pile.
So homes is
Yeah.
basically
Yeah, let's say in a roundabout way.
homes.
Homes.
People are living on the streets.
So let me. I can't build
Right, which way round do we go? We go this way.
new
That way.
So
home.
okay. What do I want to do?
Why did anyone move here?
I think they
Imagine
just.
trying to be an estate agent.
I think
Don't
they
mind the
just
crabs.
appeared here.
Don't mind the lack of house. Don't mind the fact that you're drinking seawater.
I mean, I'll tell you why they moved here. Because there were no crabs.
Yeah.
That might have changed recently, but that's not how it was when we moved in. I think now that I've realised that the crabs are making it over the wall, and now that a few people in the city are because they're getting attacked by them, I think maybe I'm putting two and two together, and I'm starting to see that actually the crabs are part of the god's plan. And maybe that's not very good. So maybe I'm going to reach out to the crab lovers and try and explain to them what's going on so that they can maybe love crabs a bit less. Maybe I can get them on side.
You could just tone it down a little bit with the crab loving. That would be great.
Let me just explain why liking crabs is wrong.
Or you can be like, you know what's really the best part of crabs? Eating them. So if you could be like,
I
instead
mean, they
of
wear them, right? So
Yeah.
it's not like
Well,
they're preservers.
I don't know if they actually wear like the parts of the crabs. I don't know if they just make them out of like papier-mâché or something.
That's adorable. No, I like the idea that they're actually like wearing crab clothes. Like they want to be crabs almost.
I suppose, yeah. But if you're like, so if you're like, crabs are actually really delicious, and when you were like investigating smuggling, you got a bit of crab, and you give them some crab, and they're like, oh my god, crab is really good, delicious crab.
I get them hooked. I'm going to try and get them hooked on crab. Okay, so this is over here, right, where you said the crab cracker.
Yeah.
Which is the thing. And let's draw a new card. There is a sudden surge in population.
Oh, no.
God.
What caused it, and how does the city attempt to curb the increase in population?
No one's got anything else to do. It's like we're out of houses, we're out of sand, there's crabs outside.
I mean, they could be linked with the housing crisis, because there's nowhere to put them because they keep popping up. Maybe there's like refugees coming in from places that have just been murdered by crabs.
Would they really head to a city surrounded by
I was
crabs?
thinking in through the same way that they're like getting crab meat in.
Over the
They've been like
walls?
human trafficking.
Oh my god.
So like people have been like jumping on the backs of crabs and landing
This
Yeah.
is getting
in
very sad.
There's been like a huge surge of like refugees, and they've been like, flinging themselves on top of crabs and trying to like stay still, so the crabs don't notice. They've got people on their shelves.
So that when the crabs try and jump
Yeah,
in
so
the
when
city,
the
they
crabs
go
get over, they like, they jump
let
off
the crab take the
crabs.
fall.
Yeah.
Okay. Why not? Crack on.
It's me.
Yep.
So,
What's next on the agenda for Shelley?
I'm going to deal with the big problem, literally, and try and deal with the fact that the crabs are giant. And so I think I'm going to try and find a way to make the crabs smaller. Somehow. Because I feel like if we can't get rid of the crabs, we might as well just shrink them down somehow.
This is
So
very
maybe there's
bold.
something we can scatter.
Yeah,
I
what's
don't
your
know. I need the
solution?
funding, so we'll see if I get the funding
So
first.
you're looking for a research project?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
Into shrinking these crabs.
Right.
Why did they get so big anyway?
Yeah, I suppose that something must have made the crabs big in the first
Yeah.
place.
Yeah,
Maybe something can make
something
them
must
smaller.
have made them big.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Oh, it must have been pretty powerful, whatever it was that
Yeah.
made these crabs so big. And then, draw a card. Oh, we're into
yeah.
the 3-tiered ones now.
Oh goodness.
Terrible pollution within the city has poisoned a basic necessity. Water, which was seawater anyway. Air, which had dead crab in it anyway. Food, which was dead crab. Etc. So I guess, what's now in short supply and why?
Anything.
So we've got barely any sand. We don't have any glue. All the
Yeah.
crab meat's bad.
I mean, I guess there's like all the crab toxins and diseases have gotten into the water supply, right? So
Yeah, which
it's
was
bad enough-
seawater.
it's bad enough
Yeah.
that it was basically
Right.
salty, but now
Now it's
literally
also
just makes you
poisonous.
vomit your own guts out. So.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I have to say, if we'd been living on seawater this long, we wouldn't have made it this far. So I think I like the idea of us, we had like some sort of filtration system because to turn seawater into drinkable water.
Mm.
But now it's being infected by crab
crabs, yeah.
toxins. I'm just thinking, this is a horrible place to live.
It really is.
Like,
We don't have a choice then,
Yeah,
do we?
you don't have a choice.
Where else gonna go? Crabland?
So this is probably, well, this is
Crabland
probably,
is like the worst theme park ever.
come like the crab. Although you could have one of those things where like the legs lift up and down in your, like where they have planes and they bounce up and down, but instead it's a massive crab in the middle and you're just running crab legs.
You know what kids love?
Crabs.
Crabs. So let's make a whole theme park.
Look, there might not be a huge demand for crabs, but boy have we got a lot of them. So let's make something.
Make our
out of
own
this.
entertainment around here.
Okay, so it's time to roll some dice. So you were the first player,
I was.
so you need to first put a die on the tower.
Oh,
for the passing of
no.
This stable,
So
sturdy
I'm
tower.
so
that we
sorry
have.
in advance for anything that happened.
Oh, that's so wobbly! There's only 5 dice on there. Oh my god. Now, one thing that you might appreciate, we have got the lid of the box if you want to roll in there instead
Okay,
when it
I'm
gets a
gonna do
little
that.
bit more wobbly.
Oh,
That's a fail. What happened? What were you doing?
I was trying to impress these sea punks
Mm.
and try and state it by investing money in the fanatics
Mm.
under the table and trying to push the agenda of, the sea god kind of affecting political matters. So I imagine maybe someone like ratted me out, like there were traces kind of led back to the money I was giving to these fanatics, and I had to basically stand up and apologise and
Caught.
just try and like
Dirty money.
yeah try,
Dirty money for these dirty
try and
crabs.
talk my way out of this truth that had been
You've been
revealed.
publicly shamed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
been publicly shamed. My reputation is
And therefore the reputation of the
the
church.
sea god
Yeah.
and the church.
Hashtag crab money is trending.
Yeah.
It's all bad.
It's
Crab
gonna,
game.
it's gonna take a few months for things to wash over.
Father the sand and the holy crab cases, Carl Erickson. Oh my god.
So let me put okay. Dirty money was found out.
I guess it's
Public
Oh god, that tower is.
apology.
That's not staying like that
No,
for long. Don't write to.
I'm being
Too
very
aggressively.
gentle. Will's gonna have to careful. Be careful. Sorry, if he gets up again.
Wait, what? What? Did you take my crab one? My crab people one?
No.
Because you're the sea punks dice.
Oh,
still
sorry.
there.
You went here.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
there.
Sorry.
Oh, that has to go on there, right? Because it
Yeah,
failed.
you failed,
Oh.
so you had to put it on the tower.
Good luck.
Oh!
I'll roll my dice just in case. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
You're rolling on the table.
Yeah, why not?
Bold move.
I failed.
Oh gosh.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Let's quickly go down here.
Stack them up.
Oh god, the table's a bit wonk as well. Ooh.
Doing this on camera is so stressful.
Oh my god. Oh, I hate that. I really hate that.
I did it, didn't I? It's on there.
It's still like straight. It's just
Yeah.
it's just got no support to it.
It's got a bit of a kink in the middle, I think, which is why.
Okay, so I failed. I was attempting to get the crab people on side
Yeah.
by explaining to them how tasty they are.
Yeah.
I think they got upset that people were eating the crabs. Maybe they weren't entirely sure. And now they're realizing that these things that they love are now being eaten. And
It's making them angry.
yeah, not to mention the fact that the corpses of their favourite things are like strewn across all of the walls of the city.
It'll probably be upsetting.
Yeah. I think they're getting a bit like violent now. I think they're getting violent in the streets.
They're getting rowdy.
Violent crab lover protests.
And that's really not helping my situation.
No,
At
not
all.
at
Or
all.
mine.
Or yours. It's
Trying to
it's
maintain
bad
safety
for
and
everyone,
there's-
really.
Everyone's upset and angry.
Yeah. It's riots.
Dead crabs
Right,
everywhere.
Wheels, come on.
Oh.
Oh!
How is that still standing? Honestly.
What was that?
That was me holding my breath in and then it just...
Where's the box then? I don't think I want to roll on this table.
Yeah.
I really don't want this
What
to
are
be
you
a
attempting to
fail.
do,
I
Matt?
don't want this to be a fail. Oh wait, I've even forgotten. What was it? Oh, I'm trying to make the crab small.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We'll get
Yeah.
funding for
Funding,
the...
yeah.
For
Just
the,
that
for the
little
crab
thing.
qualifications.
There's not a lot of money in the city. I wonder why.
That's
Oh my
fail!
goodness.
Oh. Okay. I need to write then stack.
Yeah. Tell us what went wrong.
I made them bigger.
You made them bigger.
So I did get the
Whilst,
funding.
oh, right, okay.
I got the funding
Yeah.
because it was a great idea. Obviously, it was an amazing idea. And then we were experimenting, and something went really wrong, and now they're doubly giant crabs.
Oh goodness. I love you. I love the idea of you like going up to Parliament and being like, look, I need to explain something.
Yeah. Listen, I really appreciate the funding you guys
Over.
gave me. And I had a massive breakthrough
Yeah.
in my size-altering technology. However...
We had a small problem.
Slight
Well,
hiccup.
I say small. What I mean is...
Big.
problem.
Well, you know we had a big problem outside.
Yeah, you know those crabs.
What are you rolling?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just like the
You
feel
just-
of the die. I just
just
hoping that I could say that
Postponing
again.
putting the die on the
Yeah.
tower.
Oh no, I really don't want to do this.
Ooh. Oh my
Oh.
god! How
it's
is
got
that
such a
still
wobble to it.
standing?
I'm staying well away from that. Not even
Might
breathing
not get
near
cheers
it.
about
Oh my
that.
god!
Oh,
I get the nice like replay in a sec as well. Okay,
It looked wobbly at 3.
it did look wobbly at 3, and we know
At
whose
8.
fault that is.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. I'm just watching the replay if you put it on. Oh my god! It was like swaying in the wind. It was like a palm tree.
And
Okay.
now, look at that, steady as a rock.
Yeah.
It's all
Steady
about
as
the
a rock.
placement, I say moments before it comes.
Steady as our walls.
Yeah, they're good walls.
They're good walls. They're just
Yeah.
climbing
They're
over.
covered in
them.
crabs,
Yeah.
but the
So,
walls themselves.
what would everyone like to do with their probably final actions? I think I'm first now.
You are first, yes.
So,
How far did you make it last time?
we got to almost like to the Black Card when we did our first game. I've actually got a photo of me and Dean playing. Like I was gonna put it in the Let's Play.
Oh my goodness.
When me, Dean, and Astrid had our game, like the tower got so high, and I'll find it in a sec.
Is that literally all the dice then? Do you know how many there are? Because that seems...
No, we didn't have all the dice. We had, and I don't know how many we added before it fell, but we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in this photo.
We could do it.
Four,
Oh.
five,
Right
six,
here,
seven,
there's
eight.
8 on the tower. It's not going to happen. That is an
Wow.
impressive stack.
I'm just
Very
gonna,
Impressive stack.
I'm gonna try and pop
That's
it
an
on the
impressive
close-up
stack.
cam. There we go. I hope
Yeah,
that's
look
gonna-
at that.
I don't know if it's on autofocus or not. It doesn't look like it's going to do it. But you get an idea.
Yeah.
That's our tower just like... Oh, God, that was such a good game as well. All right.
What are you trying to say about this one?
Well, we went for a more dark and serious game.
You're trying to say you
whereas-
didn't have any crabs.
Yeah, basically. It
And then
wasn't
you've got
quite
crabs.
as crabby, the game we went for. So...
It's not me first. I believe it's
No,
Matt.
No, it's me. It's me.
Oh, is it
I'm
Matt?
just
Don't pin this on me.
Oh, it's you. Sorry.
I'm just trying to figure out what to do. I think...
I
Okay.
don't want to touch the table.
Okay, the crab process is getting violent.
Mm.
The actual crabs themselves are now massive. Probably means that they can survive the fall from the wall.
Yes.
Oh
Which
yeah.
means there's
Basically,
probably hundreds of
at this
crabs
point, they're
doing
just stepping over it casually.
I think I'm going to try and destroy the temple.
Just go all out.
Yeah. I'm going to try
Wow.
and
It's not
gonna
destroy
solve
the
anything,
temple.
is it?
Yeah.
It's just at this
Well,
point, you're
it
just
might-
like catharsis.
I'm basically just like, I think they're linked to the gods. This is a huge symbol of power. The crabs have been getting worse ever since this thing got built. Let's destroy it. Maybe that will help.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe that'll help.
Yeah.
We're out of options. We're out of glue. We're out of
What
sand.
bloody else are we going to do?
yeah, exactly.
Wow, you're just doing a Hail Mary.
Yeah, let's draw that card. Oh, this is a long one.
Mm.
In a desperate attempt to obtain the dwindling resources the people of Icarus need, a nearby civilization has been raided. They declare war in response
Oh no.
and send an army marching towards Icarus. What resource were they attempting to steal, and what makes the responding army so intimidating?
I mean, firstly, wow, there are other
Talk about
civilizations.
kicking us when we're down. Honestly.
As far as we knew,
There are moments where you draw a card and you're like, this has absolutely nothing to do with the story we're telling. We could just draw another one. And considering where, like the
Yeah.
instability
We're not
of
gonna
our
make it
tower, I
through.
don't think we're going to get all the cards anyway. Could just draw another one.
I think that's a good idea because the whole world building aspect of just us and the crabs, I like that.
Yeah, I think
So
we
we
should
don't
crack on
want
with another one.
another third party involved.
The culture of Icarus has changed. What are people doing now that they weren't before, and how is it impacting the city? Do you think it's maybe become some kind of post-apocalyptic, like, just survival of the fittest?
Yeah,
There is no culture.
Yeah,
kind of
it's
thing.
just people are just barring up in their homes trying to defend themselves against the crab invasion.
yeah. You've got on the one hand, you've got the people who are like, holy hell, there are crabs everywhere, and they're even bigger now. We've got.
Sorry.
How are we going to survive?
Yeah, this isn't a city anymore, is it? Let's be honest. It's a war zone.
You've got the crab lovers who are just having a great time.
But do you not think they're also getting just like clawed by crabs?
Yeah, they
So
might
think
be.
They're really friendly.
Yeah, they might
They
be
run up.
questioning their life decisions. And then you've got the sea god lovers who are kind of like, why is this happening to us? We thought the sea god was, we thought he was protecting us. But now they're the
Now there's
least.
crabs everywhere.
Yeah,
And
there's-
everything's already bad.
Mm.
I've put civilized society is broken down, war on the streets. Fun times.
It's going to be really hard to be a city inspector. when
Yeah,
there's no city
I'm going to
left.
pop this one over as a safety concern, I reckon. Just be very careful. So put
Just
that down
popping
there.
like little foam corners on bits of rubble. Just like, don't hurt yourself.
Just yellow and black tape everywhere.
Don't go near that. Don't go near that.
All right, Matt, what are you up
It's
to?
me.
Have you got a die? You do.
I've got one.
Oh gosh, there's too much for me to do really.
Mm.
At this point, I think I'm going to try and...
Okay. I think you need to militarise the city, don't you? Get rid of the crabs.
What do we have really to militarise with? I couldn't even get budget for a couple of
Get
people.
the crab
for
crackers out.
Get your crab crackers out. Come on.
Get your crackers out for the lads.
No one needs more crab.
Can I plonk it on this one and basically try and at least kind of stop the war a little bit? I'll be doing what I can to kind of, like you say, militarise against it.
Yeah, you're like
Gangs of anti-crab people, not really even...
you're not even resistant to like the last bastion of peace in the city. Right?
Yeah. We don't have any
is how weapons are made.
Crabs with bare fists.
Just punch
Okay.
a crab.
Draw a card.
Isn't that just the beginning of
Yeah. I want more crabs, more fibs than the Mew.
Oh my goodness.
A terrible natural disaster hits the city, destroying important buildings. Killing citizens. What kind of disaster was it?
Tsunami.
And who or what is impacted the worst? I think the tsunami makes sense.
Giant crashing wave breaks down the walls and
What's worse is
unleashes
that
crab
the
hell.
all the crabs-
Oh.
Oh.
They're like being airdropped.
And it fits with the sea god. It's the sea god.
Yeah. I like the idea of like the flooded city that's just all the tallest buildings, or like where the people are like desperately like poking crabs
Well,
back
also,
in the sea.
it's the buildings made of sand and glue, basically. So
Oh.
they're just going to erupt.
Let's just assume that everything's fine.
Yeah. It sounds like the worst VMS ever. Just enormous, reasonably angry crabs because they're being displaced quite violently. Being
Static
washed.
again. I don't understand.
What are you doing?
There's static again. I genuinely have no idea what's causing it. Because we're not moving the mic pads. Those are stationary as well. Unless there's some kind of like weird frequency disturbance or something that's like
Wheels, do you know what I can do?
it's ghosts. Confirmed. It is Spooktober, to be fair.
Tsunami of crabs.
Tsunami of crabs.
It's probably
I reckon it's a safety concern. Yeah.
even bigger crabs.
Even bigger tsunami crab.
Because the crab water is now crabs in water.
Yeah.
Everything's bad.
From the makers of Sharknado.
Tsunami of crabs.
Tsunami. Oh my god. What is this? Alright, Alex, what's your action?
Bring our civilization to an end as finishes at this point.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna go and because I'm so confused about what's going on because like I always thought the seagulls.
I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to just move closer so that you get picked up on both of our mics.
Okay.
And hope that it seems to be that when you're leaning in, apparently it's that weird thing. I don't know why. I'm not blaming you, but that seems to be what's happening.
Okay.
But crack on. What do you say?
Crack on.
Cracking on.
Crab.
Crack on.
So I don't understand what's going on because I always thought the seagull was in charge of the crabs. No, sorry.
Who was protecting you.
That's
Yeah.
protecting the crabs. Obviously now the world has like new crabs getting in and they're even bigger now. I'm having like a crisis of faith and just in general. So, you know, I'm gonna go. Imagine the tempest. I'm gonna go out to the streets where hell is breaking loose, and I'm gonna implore
What?
my God.
Sorry, what streets?
What remains?
Rooftops,
Yeah.
essentially, yeah.
Piles of sand.
And implore to my God, please help us. Like, please save us from the giant crabs.
By which he will interpret, oh, you want more?
In my mind, the sea god should answer us and help us. This is like my last desperate plea to save us.
All right.
So I'm
Where does that go?
going over here.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna
Draw cards.
go. Oh my goodness. With many of the city's dwindling resources still going to the continuous building of the tower, why are we still building this tower? plot emerges.
That's me!
Sabotage its construction.
That's
Oh
me!
my goodness. Scary. What is the plan? And what group is leading it?
Well, it's me. Oh, maybe I've convinced people to help me then.
Yeah, it you.
So maybe I've finally people are starting to listen that maybe our continuous worship of a sea god and the fact that we're being besieged by sea creatures, or why do I keep saying besieged? Besieged by sea creatures, probably is connected in some way. And maybe we should destroy all of the remnants of his power over our city. So they're all joining me.
Yeah, you're rallying.
Rallying the old troops to, I guess, to just pour water on it.
Slowly erode.
Okay, can I have one of those?
Mhm. Go on.
So, what am I saying? Morgan.
It's the Tower of Babel and you're trying to reach sea heaven.
Pull down.
Destroy.
Yeah.
Just destroy, it's fine, yeah. Okay, so that was the final die place, which means I need to now put one on for the passing of time. So this might all kind of be irrelevant. I don't.
I don't know. I was just trying to build it up. Like this tower on a shaky foundation.
I mean, if this fails, then technically I've succeeded.
That'd be very convenient, wouldn't it?
Don't make me laugh, because I'm just going to blow it over.
Oh my gosh.
Can't do it. I know it's going to fall. Okay. Ah! God damn it. Oh. All right. Okay then. Here we go. We get this pretty art.
No crap in that.
Very nice. No crabs. It's a different civilization, that one.
Right, they're going to make a really nuanced,
To be fair, there's a lot of fantastical elements in our world. So the collapse of the tower triggers the final collapse of the civilization and also ends the game. Players will now answer 3 questions as a group before walking away from the society, or swimming in this case, I guess.
Yeah.
What caused the tower to collapse? Well, I guess me.
yeah.
So we basically went in, destroyed it. Who knows if we survived it? In a desperate attempt to get rid of the crabs. Yeah.
Yeah, we had some sort of standoff where you were pulling down the tower, and I was going, "Come on, to the seagull, do something." The power, all that power you've got and such.
I like the idea of you being like, "Sea God, please, if you hear me, show me a sign," and then the tower falls on you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Quintessential Disney.
That is so good. What happened to your character in the aftermath is the next question, so I think we've answered yours.
Crustius is crushed.
Yeah, it's now more crusty because they have barnacles and goo.
Yeah.
Just...
I guess I died when the tower collapsed, didn't think that one through. What happened to old Shelley?
I'm guessing I didn't get my budget, really, did I?
Yeah,
really
probably not.
To prove that the city was particularly safe. Oh, maybe maybe I did get my budget. They looked at the city and went, actually, this needs some safety.
Who exactly looked? Who looked? Who's assigning the budget?
Going, we should have listened to you.
You get a budget, but you have no way to use it because
Yeah.
there's no infrastructure. You can't buy anything because no one's alive.
You were vindicated in your watery grave. And then what became of the civilization after its fall? I'm guessing it just became a big sea of crabs.
Sunk back in.
Yeah, the crabs. The crabs took over, and then there were so many of them that they ate all the resources that were left, and then they just started eating each other. And maybe like one really big one's left.
Yeah,
That,
mega crab.
like mega.
They've all formed into
Yeah.
some kind of
The
like
crab's
Power
just-
Rangers
yeah.
mech.
Keep growing and growing and growing until there's just one massive crab.
Yeah, and then the crab gets so big it becomes its own planet,
Yeah, and then cities grow on the crab.
and then life finds a way.
By the way, if we ever play this again, can we please be on a city that exists
Yeah,
on the
that
back of a crab?
Yes,
Because that
we will.
sounds great. All right.
Smells.
Thank you very much.
Smell any less than
I
like.
suppose than like a million dead
Nothing would have
crabs.
smelt worse than our incarnation of Icarus. Oh my god. Thank you very much to everyone who watched this rambling madness that was our Icarus Let's Play. Ashes to ashes, crabs to crabs, as a couple of you have said. Thank you very, very much to Matt and Alex for coming on their first ever stream as
joy.
well. You brought certainly a new energy.
something
Yeah,
to it.
yeah, definitely. It was a fantastic time, and my cheeks hurt from laughing, so I think that's a good sign. This has been Icarus by Spencer Stark. It's a very good game. It's very, very fun, and as you can see, it's not always as morbid and dark as my review made it out to be. You can be as silly with it as you like. If you enjoyed this, you can grab the PDF right now, pardon me, for like $15 or something like that. And you can get the cards for cheap stuff. So go out and grab yourself a copy. You can also play with like a deck of playing cards. So it's worth your time, worth your investment. Give Spencer Stark a shout out. And thanks very much for watching. I'm going to go turn the stream off now. So whilst I'm walking out of the room, can one of you guys just sort of say some words whilst I leave so that I can press the button?
Words. We're good with words. Yeah. Well, thanks for watching. It's been lovely to have you here. Thanks for putting up with Crab Chat. Hashtag Crab Chat.
Hit us up on Twitter.
Yeah, follow us at @JoinNicebreaker. Have something at the Twitter handle right? Join Nicebreaker.
What is your Twitter, man?
Oh, I'm Liquid Matt. What are you, Alex?
I'm at Trigger Trove. Tell us about Crab Chat.
Yeah, but send us your best crab pictures. But until then, well, we'll see you soon, and we'll probably have more crabs for you. Bye.
Bye.